Greg Weiler is an example of one of my worst fears come true.
Police say they have arrested a man who had detailed plans to burn down every church up in Miami. Gregory Weiler II is being held without bond tonight, accused of violating Oklahoma's anti-terrorism laws.
Police say they recovered a hand-drawn map from Weiler's motel room with the locations of all 48 Miami churches. Investigators say he also had enough explosives to carry out his plan and a detailed journal with plans to, quote, remove church buildings from the U.S. a tiny bit at a time.
He had materials to make 50 Molotov cocktails and plans to blow up 48 churches. Okay, so this is an individual who I saw deteriorate. He's getting drunk in the basement in Doug's house, and next thing I hear is he's been arrested.
I really question what's going on at FODM. I question the kind of influence that is existing there. And quite frankly, at times in the way in which you come across, you're not taking responsibility. And this young woman, Jennifer, seems to be here, and you're the puppet master, Doug.
He's my puppet master? You're seriously going to sit there watching me on stage thinking he's my puppet master?
Yes, that's the way that you've been handling yourself, in the way you berated the attorney, in the way that you talk over people.
Trust me, I've been waiting to do
Doug,
that.
you kind of sit back there content to
I have not
this
even
happen.
discussed with Doug
Did you
Perry
coach her, Doug?
my opinions as a lawyer here. He had nothing to do with that. And I can tell you, I personally disagreed with him numerous times.
To come visit any time and talk to people. They do not believe that whatever I
don't need to smoke to know that smoking is not a good idea. I don't need to go to FODM to find out that FODM's a bad idea. And you need to take responsibility for the people's lives that you have harmed. Jennifer, is Doug ever wrong?
I've disagreed with him more than once, sir.
Can you name 3 times that Doug has been wrong?
I can name muches.
Name something besides maybe his clothing style or his grooming. Can you name anything of substance where you would say Doug is wrong?
There are some doctrinal things that I disagree with Doug.
Pardon?
There are some doctrinal things that I disagree with
There's nobody there that
Doug.
agrees with me on everything, and I don't need them to.
He's not asking you.
What are they? Can she speak for herself?
I can speak for myself. Y'all are ridiculous.
I've been wrong tons of times.
Name 3.
I don't owe you anything.
Name 3, Doug.
You're the enemy. You understand?
Okay, I'm the enemy.
You
have
both
spiritual
are
X-ray
intent on doing
visions.
harm to
I know
my
you're
ministry,
an apostle.
to a food pantry.
No one can disagree with Doug. And if you thought, but that's not being a cult leader.
You need to come and talk to people that live there.
No, but when you characterize
that
Doug,
anybody that has a response to you must be a cult leader.
Doug, if you characterize everybody and everything that Doug,
can you be any more patronizing and condescending,
Doug,
Rick?
can you be ever wrong?
You don't know me at all,
Doug,
Rick.
do you ever take responsibility for anything you do?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What?
I don't owe you anything, Rick.
All right, Doug.
You are here.
And who is patronizing?
You, Rick.
Who is patronizing,
You are,
Doug?
Rick.
Let me ask you something. Do you believe that people have mental illness other than being possessed, other than having a disconnect from God?
Absolutely.
And so there are people that come that, in fact, need treatment, maybe need medication, maybe need guidance away from you towards traditional treatment.
Absolutely.
And would this young man have been one of those?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I don't.
And this young man, you said he's an adult and he made up his own mind. But the fact is, if he's incapacitated, then he is not capable of giving informed consent.
Well, there's a whole lot of gray area between adult and incapacitated. There's a whole lot of space in there for other people to misdiagnose too, make bad decisions, over-medicate people.
Well, the fact is that you may not be qualified to make that decision.
No, all I can do is love him. And if he shows up on my doorstep, I'm going to love him. I'm going to let the parents know that he's there. I'm going to let the parents know that he's safe. I coordinated with him, talked to the phone with him a lot of times.
But he's not safe if what he needs is treatment and he's with you instead. That's the point.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.